All right, everyone, welcome to Extreme Sim TV and the Nexus Extreme Series round number 2 at Auto Club Motor Speedway. Qualifying underway right now for round number 2 of the Nexus Extreme Series here at Auto Club tonight. Keep in mind, Auto Club here tonight, we just ran here in the Motor City Cup Series just over, Monday evening here, and it was in the next gen car. Now, I have done some math. The COT about a half a second slower than what we were turning here in the next gen car just on Monday. So that will play a factor here as we get ready to roll racing here in about 9 minutes here. Oh, take a look as they work their way through. That's Brendan and Jay Anderson. Got Mayhew Jr. there as well. Roger Saucier, top of the board, 40.3 for Saucier. Remember, qualifying time last time out here at Auto Club was in that 39 bracket. I don't think we're going to get there here tonight in these COT machines. 70 laps here, 30 laps shorter than what we ran here on in the Motor City Cup Series on Monday. So we are a little bit shorter of a race here tonight as well. Matthew Stephen, top of the board. Good jump run for Matthew Stephen. He will go top of the charts here tonight. Stephen there in that Impala, going to go top of the board. Now Derek Miller going to replace him at the leading man out front. James A. Morris right there. The Interstate Batteries Toyota machine. He'll be up top as well, trying to work that machine around. Boris here as well. Nice to see that McDonald's scheme out there. Oh, there's the 98. Good run for him here tonight. Derek Miller, top of the board. Brandon J. Anderson coming off Daytona and the big W back at Daytona in the COT division. Right now, second on the charts with Connor there as well. Great run, 4-43. He'll put that machine on top of the board now at a 39.827. So 0.3 off what we ran in the next gen fastest lap. And Brandon J. Anderson, top of the charts here in Auto Club. Let's see if we can find a Brandon. In Discord right now. You see Derek Miller second on the charts out of Ace. Let's talk to Derek Miller. Derek Miller, Matt, up here in the booth. You get a copy on me, sir?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All righty, man. Right now, second on the board in that number 48 machine here at Auto Club Speedway. What do you think here with the COT car at Auto Club? What are we going to see different than what we saw in the next gen car on Monday?
Yeah, COT is tough. In this car, it has your tire wear has a lot to do with how you drive it. You can burn it up quickly in 2 laps, or you can make it last 50. And this track is also there's a big difference between short run speed and long run speed. So you'll probably see people going for either one or the other.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting race, Derek. And like you said, you have to take care of the car, take care of the tires and everything else all night long.
Yeah, it's some like the Gen 6, it's more just reliable on setup. This is mostly driver input, just how you can get through the corner and not light your tires up, but keep your speed up.
All righty, man. Well, best of luck to you and Ace Racing all night long.
All right, thank you.
Aaron Miller there, everybody, as we get ready to go racing here tonight. And again, you need to get ready to go. Be a fun night, I think. Ooh. ready to turn them loose. Ready to go here tonight for some great racing here in just a moment. There we stand as we continue to get ready to rock and roll. Again, thank you to everybody that came out here tonight as we get ready to turn these cars loose for 70 laps here this evening. So 70 laps going to be your race distance here tonight. 70 laps, so race distance. Field is ready to go. Again, thank you everybody for coming out. Brandon J. Anderson, top of the board. So it's Brandon J. that's top of the board right now. Again, as we prepare here, about 3 minutes left in qualifying, then we got a little bit of a warm up session. So we got a few minutes here before we go green flag racing. Here, one fast repair for these drivers here tonight to use if they need it here this evening. So we got one fast repair, Brandon J., Derek Miller right there in the top two, Cole, Bushman, Connor, Matthew Stephen, James A. Morris, Roger Saucier, Tex Linder, Colin O'Connor back there in ninth, Scott Mayhew Jr. in 10th, and then Shane Gentry, Robert Gass, Jonathan D. Golden, Matt Yost, Terry, Dallas, and Mr. Justin Poole and Jeffrey there as well. All these cars lined up, ready to go. To get ready to transfer over into the race here tonight. Less than a minute 35 left. Less than a minute 25 left on the evening. Then we will go racing. I'll be right back in the booth here in just a moment. All right, back here once again as we get ready to turn them loose. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here tonight as we get ready to go in round number 2 of the next Extreme Series live here on Extreme Sim TV. Thank you everyone for coming out to Auto Club Speedway. We'll get ready to go for the 70 laps in a moment. We'll get them gridded up and turned loose here in just a moment. And don't forget, again, folks, let's give a big shout out to our partners and everybody that makes this happen. Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast alongside, and we'll get it pulled up right quick for everybody to where everybody knows what we're looking for. Thank you to Doorstop Nation as well. Again, Front Row Motorsports use Doorstops Nation's doorstop in their shop. Same with the late James Hilton and Arkham Menard Series driver Brad Smith currently uses them in his shop. And again, check them out, doorstopnation.com. That's doorstopnation.com. Well, again, we're going to get ready to... Everybody needs a good doorstop, right? Need to rock and roll. Send them into a warm-up lap before we turn them loose and let them go at it for 70 laps. I don't think SK's here tonight. That's a little odd. SK not out here driving with us here. Hope doing all right. There's Derek Miller. We talked to him a little bit as well pre-race. Jonathan D. Golden ready to go. Again, with 70 laps here, this should be a fun one and relatively smooth here tonight. Less than 30 seconds to go at Auto Club. Monday night went well. Again, Monday night we ran pretty much green all night long. We'll see if the COT car produces the same thing or if the COT is going to be a little bit more handsy to deal with here. But without further ado, let's get ready to take a look at your starting lineup here in the Nexus Extreme Series. We'll take a look. Let's go. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. And Brandon J. Anderson on the front row in the 43, alongside Derek Miller, going to start second. Cole Bushman, Connor Boris, Matthew Stephen, along with James A. Morris right there. That's Matthew Stephen out of Denver, Colorado as well. Burleck, Maine, that's going to be Roger Saucier and Tex Linder. There is Colin O'Connor, Scott and Matthew Mayhew Jr. going to run up 10th here for the night. Shane Gentry, Jeffrey Humper there as well. Liberty, Texas, Robert Gass, Jonathan D. Golden going to be on his outside. Matt Yost, Terry Fear there as well. Justin Poole there in the 24 ride alongside Dallas Stewart. And that will be the 18 cars that would take on Auto Club Speedway. So as we get ready to go, field continuing to get ready to fire off, and it should be a good one again. Many laps here tonight. Now Brandon J. Anderson Miller up front, ready to go, ready to bring them to green. Again, 70 laps, your race distance, fuel, and tires. Tire wear are going to be the thing that you're going to have to take care of all night long, as the field will double up behind the iRacing pace truck. Lights are off this time. So field ready to rock and roll through 3 and 4. Brandon J. Anderson looking to get 2 in a row in the Nexus Extreme Series. They come to green out of turn number 4 here at Auto Club Speedway. Let's get the green flag in the air. Let's get rolling. This is Nexus Extreme at Auto Club. Green flag in the air. We're rocking and rolling. Anderson going to be out front over Derek Miller by a couple of car lengths into 1 and 2. Into 1 and 2, Connor. Cole Bushman back here as well as they exit turn 3, 1 and 2. Anderson. Oh, now look at Anderson out front. Derek Miller. Connor there as well. James A. Morris in the mix. Matthew Stevens, Roger Saucier back there in the mix also. Great battle for position. Now everybody going to slide back in the line. First lap in the books here at 75 tonight. Start to look at what we got going on. Morris going to try to run the top. Can't do it. Looking for running room here as they exit turn number 2 yet again. Down the back straightaway in Auto Club. Brandon J. Anderson leads by about 4/10 of a second. Derek Milner there as well. Miller, Cole, Matthew Stevens, Roger Saucier, alongside James A. Morris. Tex back here, Jeffrey in the line as well. Everybody in line taking it easy here early on. Early on here. Start to get a rhythm going. Take a look at Brandon J. Anderson out front. Garrett behind him. Connor, Cole Bushman, Matthew Stevens, Roger Saucier back here. James A. Morse in line as well. Here comes Tex, Jonathan D. Golden with Terry behind him. Matt Yost in the mix as well. 4 laps complete this time by Jonathan D. Golden, Brandon J. Anderson. There's the 48 of Derek Miller. Right there in second. Connor right underneath in that McDonald's #1 machine. The old Jamie McMurray scheme. Working the bottom of the racetrack right now. He will clear. Nice ride up in front of Derek Miller. Miller, good job. Derek Miller right there into 4th, 3rd position. Matthew Stevens there as well. And Roger right there in the mix. Saucier trying to hang on inside the top 10 in the 4. There's Tex as well. Again, 5 complete here. Everybody's starting to use that outside lane. Let's take a look. Tex started 8th. He's running 7th right now. Good job by him holding position right now. Not gaining a ton, but also not losing a ton at the moment. It's kind of the name of the game early on. Meanwhile, out front, Anderson in the STP 43 starting to cakewalk the field a little bit. Connor up the racetrack, nearly got a piece of the outside wall. In full wheel, and they continue to roll. In full wheel right now as they work their way through. Mile Brandon J. Anderson. Here, Tex back there, Jade Morris. Here comes the 23, the 48 up the hill as well. Couple of cars up the hill now. On the brakes hard. Crossover coming. Brandon J. Anderson continuing to lead right now. 7 on the board of 75. So right now, everybody back to the fence here. Brandon J. Anderson out front, continuing to lead right at the moment. On board the back bumper of Anderson. Connor a few car lengths back. That's going to be 7/10. Bushman trying to make a run at it. High above the racetrack, we got a problem. And that is Jeffrey around first caution of the night. 7 laps in, and it's Jeffrey having a problem down the back straightaway. Take a look here. Jeffrey gonna be coming through here. Oh, just made some contact with the 23. Oh man. One more look at it here. A little bit of contact between the 23. I believe that is 26 he got involved with. Shane Gentry, one more look here. Go from high above. Came up the racetrack, pitched Gentry into the outside wall. Nothing Gentry could do there. The 13 going to get turned around, and a little bit more contact puts the car up in the air, settles back down. That will be damage to that Dodge early on here tonight, and you see it sliding all the way down across the apron on the bottom of the back straightaway into the inside wall. So a double whammy there, outside and inside wall with both sides of those race cars. That is never good. And car will be coming to pit road. Meanwhile, everybody else trying to figure out what they need to do. Brandon J. Anderson on pit road. Shane Gentry going to stay out here in the 26 ride. So will Tex and Justin Poole and Terry. They're going to play the strategy game of staying out early and see how their cars can handle that early on with 9 laps in the books here. Keep that in mind, 9 in the books, and we start doing our now they ride here. 9 to 75 complete. They continue to work their way through. No. Work our way through. This is a field working their way through. 9 to 75 complete. And we will get ready to turn them back loose. 9 to 75 in the books. Oh, 9 to 75 in the books. We continue to work our way through here. Very early on in this race. We'll go green with 65 to go here. So, double file. We'll get ready to go green here. Field side by side. Justin Poole, Shane Gentry. X there as well for the restart. The Nexus Extreme Series ready to go back green. In a 75 in the books with, again, Shane up there and a couple cars that elected to stay out. Justin Poole, and amongst those that did stay out here, Harry Tex, Brandon J. Anderson there as well. Amongst these cars that did come down pit road, Brandon right there with Connor. So a 10 of 75 in the books. Let's get ready to go racing. The Nexus Extreme Series ready to go green. Here we go. Shane out front leading. Coming to green. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Let's go. A little bit of wheel spin. Just a pull. Everybody else scramble through. Nice job. Oh, right there, Justin Poole as well. Again, that wheel spin on older tires. Always difficult. There's Shane continuing to run out front with Brandon J. Anderson there as well. Again, Cole. Meanwhile, up front, Shane going to go up the racetrack. That's going to open the door for Brandon J. Anderson to grab the lead back quickly. Just like that, the 43 back to the front of the field here at Auto Club. So he's able to jump back to the front quickly. Jeffrey back here as well, trying to fight back forward. Remember, he was involved in that first incident of the evening just a few laps ago. He continues to try to move back forward here. Roger Saucier back here as well. Roger hanging on. Scott Mayhew Jr. there in the mix also. At Yost. Owen O'Connor out of this one early here. Early retirement from Auto Club with Cole hanging on. Cole hanging on right now. Great run. 13 on the board. That's the way we run at the moment. No, 13 on the board. Brandon J. Anderson out front. Brandon J. Anderson continuing to lead right now. Cole running second. Justin Poole in third. Here comes Shane Gentry as well, trying to move forward. Gentry right there in that fourth spot. Connor, Terry there as well. So, Matthew Stephen, Robert Gast, Jeffrey, James A. Morris there in the mix also. Oh, nice run right now. Matt Yost back here. A little bit further back. Meanwhile, Brandon J. Anderson continuing to lead the charge. Roger Saucier back here in a ton of traffic around that 12th position right now. Oh, we got a problem big problem in Roger's going to get collected. And the 26 was the one around. That was Shane Gentry. Trouble yet again for Shane. Caution, back out. Gentry going around. And that car crab walking. One more look at it here. Gentry up the hill and just contact with the 48. And around he goes, and look at the contact right there. The 07 of Robert Gast gets into him pretty hard. Or excuse me, the 87 of Gast. And then he gets collected in the grass with the 86 of Jonathan D. Golden. Both those cars sliding through the grass. And 15 in the books, and we're back under yellow. They'll start stacking back up. Meanwhile, Anderson out front. That's been 6 laps since they last pitted here in this one. They should stay out this time, I would imagine. I don't see them coming immediately back down. And again, work through. Oh boy, so 15 laps complete here tonight as we continue to work through. Working our way through here. See what we got here as we continue to work the Nexus Extreme Series round number 2 on a Friday night. We'll be right back here for the restart at Auto Club, 16 down to 75 here tonight.
Matt up in the broadcast booth. Can you hear me? You all right? Oh, okay. Well, you haven't missed.
All righty, everybody, we're back. How are you doing, SK?
Oh, we're hanging in there the best I can. I'm a little late to the party, so tonight I'm just race controlling, and I figured I'd come up and say hi to you and the rest of the fans watching in, and make one little comment.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon J. Anderson's out front pulling away. Well,
yes, he is.
Until Connor starts running back down here, but
you know, two teammates, they're going to be pretty solid up there.
Yeah, I think so. But what's got me is the times of these cars compared to the next gen car a bit slower, and I think that is helping them a little bit, even though the car is unstable. It produces pretty good racing.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is they're so like we saw in Gen 6 last night, we were running low 40-second lap times throughout the entire run. You know, maybe dipped into the 41s, but we were able to keep it pinned basically all the way around the track. You know, we were only running 185, you know, maybe 186 to 190 in the draft. These cars are doing 200 some odd mile an hour, almost 202 mile an hour on the straights, and having to slow down to about 150 to make the corners.
Yeah, and that's hard.
It's very hard. You know, whoever thought you would actually have to be on the brakes hard at Auto Club is something completely different. Like when we go, the time comparisons between Vegas is going to be insane. You're going to see low 30-second lap times, 20, maybe even a 29 every once in a while in Gen 6. You'll be lucky to see a 30.5 during race trim while we're in Vegas in the COT, even though we will be doing over 200 mile an hour in Vegas. These cars are just so overpowered, very ill handling. It's like driving a 200 mile an hour school bus.
Yeah, exactly. But look at this. Connor has chased down Brandon, got alongside, but again, you talked about on the brakes. When you're on the bottom like that, you're going to have to get on the brakes even harder, but he's going to slide clear, and there you go. New race leader. Give it to Connor out front.
Also, most important, these two maybe out front running hard, but the right front tire is so important. Matt Steven in the 98, that yellow and blue, you know, flamed car back there, I think's in a perfect spot. Matt's a tire whisperer. You know, if we stay green, he's going to be able to go a little bit longer and start tracking these guys down, because in these cars, two things happen. Your right front shreds. Your back tires boil. You will see temperatures of 350, 360 degrees in the rear tires by the end of this run. Even though it's cold, we're at night. I think it's only, you know, I think our track temp's only like 70 something degrees. But these cars, like when we were at Daytona, man, we were seeing upward temperatures of 350, 360 in 10 lap runs. It's just, they just boil the rear tires. I mean, think about it. We're going 200 mile an hour into these corners with drivable bricks.
Right? Well, here's a science nerd joke for you. See, earlier today, we got really lucky. We had a solar flare, but it really didn't impact us that badly like it could have. But I think what we done is we got hit with the solar flare directly on these tires. And that's why we're seeing the temperatures.
Yeah. There we go.
Not build out of the science guy, broadcaster of the science guy. There we go.
Jupiter's in retrograde, so the tires are at happy.
Exactly. And look right here. Brandon backed off and able to get back to him. You think Connor burned his stuff up running him down? And
yeah, you know, I think they're just going to share laps. You know, right now it's all about the bonus points. You get 2 points for leading a lap. Most laps led, you get 3 points. And of course, fastest lap of the race, we're going to get 1 point. I do want to, after the race, I'm going to have a talk with Mr. Cole Bushman. Because, you know, everybody's seen my car. I always run the Ray Everham E, number 9. Of course, this year I'm the 09. He's in the Ray Everham, you know, Air Force, the 19.
Right.
But this was the Ford version of Ray Abraham. This is like the last year of Ray Abraham racing that he's running. Nobody picks nobody picks the Ford era of Ray Abraham. We run Dodges, baby.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We don't pick the Aaron Crocker error. See what I did there?
Yep.
Brandon J. Anderson continuing to lead here with 32 of 75 complete. Well, buddy, you missed the show tonight, unfortunately. Not racing, but are you at least relaxed anyway?
Oh yeah, my feet's kicked up. I'm just chilling.
Forrest's gonna pick up a spot here to move him forward a spot up to 7th. Saucier back one. Well, never mind, crossover time. And Saucier says not so fast. He'll jump back underneath and 2x2 down the front straightaway. Don't look now, but Steven's closing as well on those top two. You talked about the tire savings that he's able to pull. Well, he's closing little by little, so we'll see what he can do. Good racing here tonight out of the COTs.
Yep, very good. I was really kind of expecting this. I wasn't expecting too early on cautions, but I always say it, if we can go in these cars, if we can go 3 laps under green, we'll go at least 15 to 20 before bad things start happening. It's just making those first 3 laps. These cars are squirrely. They like to bounce around. They like to get a little crazy. You know, so seeing these guys drive these cars, like, you know, on stream we look like a bunch of idiots. I mean, it's just terrible sometimes, like when you watch. But for anybody at home who's never driven the COT on iRacing, this car is a whole nother animal. It wants to start breaking loose and getting squirrely on the backstretch. You know, you're seesawing the wheel almost every inch of the racetrack. It is almost nerve-wracking.
You know, I feel like if you look back at the history of iRacing and you trace this back, some of the better drivers today come from this era of car when it got ran all the time. Because there's an argument to be said that the new cars are a heck of a lot easier to drive. And I think the foundation of this car, if you can learn to drive this one, there's not a car on the server that you can't get in and drive.
No, I mean, you know, you saw a lot of guys have promising careers during, you know, the COT era. You know, Elliott Sadler had to go with Ray Abraham, you know, Elliott Sadler had, like, you know, a great career with Ray Abraham. You know, Casey Kane, Tony Stewart, Dale Jr. all had an awesome, you know, career during these cars. Jimmy Johnson basically won every championship there ever was in this car.
Yeah, he was the GOAT in this car, particularly.
You know, the years were 2007 to 2000 and looks like 12.
Yeah,
so,
and it was a lot better when they got that stupid wing off of it too.
Well, you know what? Actually, I thought the wing was amazing, but they took the wing off because they, you know, the fans hated it, but the drivers and the engineers loved it. But when the car spun around backwards, they had problems getting air. So instead of NASCAR going, oh, you know what? Hey, let's put the flaps, you know, add a flap or two, which they end up adding in the Gen 6 car.
Right.
Which they didn't want to add them in this car because they're like, oh no, we don't want to do that, we don't want to do that, we want to do that. But regardless, it ended up happening anyway. If we still would have had those spoilers on the back of the car, we probably could have saw lap times that will never be seen ever again at some of the 1.5 miles.
Right.
And even tracks like Michigan and a few of the others. So it'll be fun to see.
Next there had to grab a save there down the back straightaway. He got it straightened back out. And again, clicking the laps off pretty quick here. And Anderson has gapped him once again back up to 1.5 second lead over Connor, Cole, Matthew, Steven, dropped a spot, and Justin Poole into the top 5.
You know what? Most likely we will be seeing. And heck, Cole Bushman was started in the back, is now up to 3rd. Once again, teammates, all 3 teammates up front. You know, they are really doing a great job. Matt Steven, once again, just kind of chilling. He's sitting very comfortable in fourth. He's probably going to start picking people off here pretty soon, you know, because he's right up there with Cole and Connor. Right now,
yeah.
Brandon leading our points.
Yeah, exactly, and doing a wonderful job out front. I mean, like you said, leading the points. I think he's going to be good all year long, bud.
Oh yeah, right now we've got Brandon in first. Bryce Saucier right now is sitting second at points, but he's kind of far back in the field. Connor Boris, who won our Daytona race, is sitting third in points. Unfortunately, got a penalty during the duels, so he got deducted some points. And then Cole Bushman sitting in fourth. Jeff Hooper fifth. James Morris and Jonathan D. Golden is tied for sixth. Stephen Clark, which didn't make it tonight, was eighth. Robert Gass 10th, and Matthew Stevens will definitely move into the top 10 with tonight's performance.
Yeah, exactly, and he's great job out of pretty much everybody here.
Looks like we got Tex down pit road. Well, he's the first one to start going down. We should probably start seeing pit cycles come up here soon.
Yeah, a lot of these leaders, 32, 34, 40 laps in. So, I mean, yeah, you're right. They're going to start coming down pit road very soon. Well, my question for you, sir, are you more nervous about driving this car, or are you more nervous about what you got going on over in the next gen car?
Oh, you mean the Gen 6 car?
Yeah, Gen 6, yes.
Oh, the Gen 6 is way too easy to drive. The only thing that stinks about that makes the Gen 6 so unique to drive is taking care of the right front tire. Because the Gen 6, you know, it's only got 550 horsepower. It's got a terrible package. You know, we're full throttle basically everywhere except for anything, you know, mile and a half on all the other ones. We're literally just pin it to win it. It's a draft race. This car scares the daylights out of all of us.
Right.
You know, you see how spread out the racing has got because these are very technical and methodical cars. You got to drag the brake at certain points or lift, and if you want to try to throw it into the corner, you gotta. It's almost scary, and the right front just, and these cars as well, just gets eaten alive. These cars get so tight so quick.
As we got Steven on pit road coming down for tires and fuel. So here we go. Green flag stops continuing here.
Now, if Matt's short pitting like this with only 30-ish laps to go, if he can go out and lay down some really good laps in clean air, because these cars are faster by themselves than they are in the pack.
Right.
So if he can get out with nothing going on, turn some really good laps when they go down pit road, especially these guys trying to stay out as long as you can. These cars are not really stay out till you run out of gas friendly, like the rest of the Cup cars or the trucks, Xfinity, ARCA. You know, you can run those to the very end. These cars, a lot of the times, short pitting sometimes is the answer. Right now,
here's
for our leader,
road, Gentry. Yeah, I mean,
our leader's running 42-second lap times, and they should be running low 40s.
I'm with
just
you.
How much fall off?
I'm with you, man. I think short pitting in this car is the preferred way to do this. The more we go in this season,
we're going to see a lot of short pitting at tracks like Vegas, especially like when we go to Indianapolis and Michigan. They're going to, you know, we're in the middle of summer. It's going to be hot. We're expecting 140-degree track temps at Michigan. So we're going to see tire strategy really come into play. And it's all about handling these cars. Yes, we're an open setup league. Some people, you know, are scared of this, you know, oh, this setup. But really, it's all about just taking care of the car and hitting your marks, and who can just stay on top of the race car the entire race.
Exactly. So Cole sitting second, and SK, you want to hear something very cool that everybody should go check out after the night's race is over?
Sure.
F1 car did exhibition laps after first round qualifying for 12 hours at Bathurst. That
Yes,
might
yes,
have
they
been
did.
that might have been the craziest thing ever.
Yep, that's actually not the first time an F1 car's been around Bathurst. But I'll tell you what, that would just be scary as hell.
And here comes Anderson to pit road. A little bit too late, SK, you think?
No,
Lost a little bit too much time?
I think if he can get out and turn some really good laps and also save his stuff to the end, because now Matt's got to make a choice: turn the heat on, he's in pit road, try
Right.
to get out in front of him and defend him, or be with him, let him burn his stuff up, and try to make that methodical pass.
Right.
That's where it's going to come up to. Same thing with the rest of the group. You know, it's who's gonna be able to save their stuff the longest. And also, quick shout out to Doorstop Nation for sponsoring this race.
As
Visit
always.
doorstopnation.com for all your doorstop needs. He's made some doorstops for a lot of cool people. Front Row Motorsports used their doorstops. He sponsored a couple cup cars at Daytona. He's done some ARCA stuff. He's got a lot of cool things going on, and of course he's a big wrestling fan, and he's always been a huge supporter of us on Fridays. So thank you, Joe, and thank you, Doorstop Nation, as we continue this race.
Doorstop Nation. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Okay, I'm not singing anymore. I'm going back to my day job. Well, right now, Robert out front. Cole, Brandon J. Anderson right there trying to make it through now. He did come out in front of Steven. The gap right now is about 8/10 between Brandon J. Anderson and Steven. But Cole Bushman right here, he'll roll out of pit road, but I don't think he's going to. Nope, Anderson will get around him. So, starting to shape up here. I think we're starting to see the guys.
Yeah, a lot of guys are staying out getting their bonus points. Robert Gass is now leading the lap.
Yeah, he'll lead one. Gas man out front. Robert continuing to lead. The Jeffrey there as well. Brandon J. Anderson setting third. So again, 50 laps on the board this time by. We're coming down to close to 25 to go. Your SK's time starting to run short for these guys.
Time is starting to run short.
About 18 minutes or so of running left for these guys.
Yeah, just about. Once again, like I said, just kind of pay attention to some of the guys making the aggressive passes and then see them struggle at the end of the race. Like right now, I'm watching the 98 and the 1. The 1's kind of being kind of aggressive, trying to go down on that really low line, trying to get around Matt, which is going to...
It's going to burn some tire up.
It's... These cars just eat them away, and Matt's probably going to get it back in another lap or two. We'll see Matt probably give it up and then go right back around. But, you know, Connor is a very talented driver. He knows how to defend really well. There's a lot of talent up in this field.
Yeah, a lot of talent in the league as a whole, man. Every series that we run. Right here. And again, so let's see. If I'm guessing, I'm going to do my pick for the winner. You know, I think Brandon, honestly, I'm going to go with Anderson. I think he's got it. That'd be my pick here with about 20-ish to go here. I just don't think Connor or Steven's going to get there, in my opinion.
We'll see. I kind of do agree with that a little bit. Brandon's running really good lap times. You know,
Right.
Cole's a tad bit faster, but once Cole starts catching up, it's going to be kind of hard to see. And then right now, Matt is going to really want to see those two start battling, but they're teammates. You know, it's going to be up in the air. They might play nice and go for the 1-2.
Or they might beat and bang. You never know. Which would be epic. Connor, Matthew, Steven. Now look there, Cole, Shane Gentry, Justin Poole back here. I gotta say, I love Justin Poole's car, that old school DuPont Jeff Gordon scheme on that machine.
That is a good looking car.
Yeah, it is. It
Big
really,
Jeff Gordon fan.
Me too, brother. Me too. Oh, we about had a whammy bammy. Terry and Derek and some more back here just about came together. They got it straightened out though. That was about a whammy.
Yeah, that they tangled up. About 2 laps prior, Derek gets into the wall. Terry almost hits him. Then Terry gets around him. Terry gets into the wall, almost hits him.
Gas gonna come to pit road.
Uh-oh.
And-
Again?
Yeah, he's coming down now. So Gas on pit road. Jeffrey to pit road. That'll hand the lead over to Brandon J. Anderson officially here. So
Yep,
now,
those two down pit road.
yeah. So Anderson will take the lead here. Connor will move to second. Matthew Stephen will move to third. Now they start to see the 3-horse race up front. And I don't know. That 1.1 second gap here, I think it's going to be challenging for them to make it work. Anderson continuing to lead. So, for all of our road course fans, everybody, SK, when are you making your return to road course racing, sir, as far as endurance stuff?
We think we're going to hold off on doing the 12 hours of Bathurst, which is in a Valentine's Day weekend in the GT3 cars. We're not going to tackle that one. We're not going to do Sebring because none of us like Sebring. I think we're going to put our heads together and try to create 2 teams, one juggernaut team to go out and maybe try to get a 24 hours of Spa victory.
There you go. Well, me, myself, I'll be back in the car at Bathurst running for a team. I've got the lovely 5 a.m. morning start, so it's going to be fun. Cole, Matthew Stephen there as well.
Yeah, great side-by-side racing right now. Matt still is kind of holding that exact same line. Everybody else has either had to go really low to pass him or kind of chance it on the high side. Matt is really doing what he does best, is trying to save it for the last 10 laps, because of here pretty soon, if they keep driving like they do, I could be wrong, they might have got the setup right. If they figured out the camber and able to save that tire, they should be able to start keeping the lap times clicked off. But if they start falling into the 42s, they're almost going to be sitting ducks. So we'll see a lot of that at the 1.5 miles. So you'll see guys have like 10 seconds lead, drops down to about 1.5 seconds after about 10 laps. It's going to be so insane. This series is going to be awesome to watch.
Connor right now, if you watch the clock, and I'm watching lap times here, he is about 0.5 tenth to 1 tenth faster than Brandon right at the moment. With 18 to go, he's 9 tenths back. Now behind him, last time Bob Bushman was a little bit off. Steven was even a little bit further off than that. So let's see where they work out. But right now, Anderson was trying to tend to that race lead that shrunk last time by. We'll check it this time. At the strike, it's going to be a 41.240 to a 41.490. And that tells me Anderson stepping it back up like that. He is almost running as fast as he needs to right now.
Yes, he is on a mission right now. He's got almost the whole second lead over Connor. And I think this race might be wrapped up if he can just hold this pace.
We'll keep an eye on these lap times, but I think the one lap that Connor did beat him, I think Brandon had just backed off the pace a little bit. And then when he needed to step it back up, he stepped it back up. Now that's kind of what and looking at it this time again.
Wow, 41-1.
Yeah, so starting to leg it out here. There's nobody in the top 3, even remotely into the 41-1s by him. Just 17 to go. Now, it could backfire. You could roast a tire trying too hard. You don't want to do that. You don't want to have a roasted goose for a tire.
No, you do not.
Roasted gooses is not good. Well, depends on who you talk to, but you know, in tire land, they're not good. You know, 41,501, 41,558 for Connor, 41,487 for Cole.
Ooh, how about the number 26 moving his way up to the top 5?
Nice job, Shane. And remember, he was involved early on in the incident tonight. Great recovery for him. Had to use his fast repair back into the top 5 here.
Yep, still relatively clean racing. I'm really proud of the guys. Auto Club's always good, but we're going to go to our thorn in our side. Vegas is just bad juju for us. We can go to Chicagoland, have a clean race. We can go to Kansas, clean race. We can go to Kentucky, clean race. We can go to any of the Texas, clean race.
But
we go to Vegas, then just absolute chaos. We don't know what it is about Vegas, but
I mean, I have a few theories, but
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, apparently.
Yes. Yep. Brandon J. Anderson out front, leading by about 1.5 now, and that gap has stayed about the same the last 6-7 laps, if not expanded a few tenths. Connor is trying, but just not enough in the gas tank right now. Now, you don't want to look away, because if we do get a late race caution, they do have 15 laps on tires. Everybody will be coming to pit road at that point.
Yeah, if you don't, you're a sitting duck. Even somebody 17 positions back can.
Yeah, you could skeet right on through. Right now, Brandon J. Anderson above Connor. James A. Morris into the top 10 as well, and Gas looks like he's going to be just outside the top 10 in 11th at the moment. Right now, good run for him. It'd be a top 10 finish if he stays where he's at. Well, what do you think about this STP 43?
You know, I knew that they were going to be a force to be reckoned with when they, came to one of our recruitment races, and just how fast they've been going and how quick they've picked up on this car. These guys have actually never really done this car much,
Right.
but they have just picked it up so well. But
and I did have a question about Nexus and everything not too long ago. Yes, they did used to run the 87 Cup car up to the point that the 80 Cup car kind of got. How do we put this politically correct?
neutered.
Yes.
Neutered. You can't be politically correct. They straight up neutered it. It was a fun, amazing car. Tire model almost made it impossible to pass. Or if you wanted to pass, you had to do it in like 4 laps. Like
Right.
It wasn't the old-fashioned saying if you got a long race to go, choose your moves wisely. But after about 5 or 6 laps at most tracks, you were on a single file line. There was no easy way to pass. The car just took up so much racetrack, to how to drive the car. It was almost impossible to pass without literally short track racing on 1.5-mile, 2-mile tracks.
Right.
You had to give somebody the bumper in the corner to get them out of the way. Otherwise, you weren't getting around them. You went low or high. You had to drag the brake. You had to let off. It was a really difficult. They took a car that was beloved by all of us and just made it to where we were miserable driving it.
I remember when it first came around, dude, that car was a beast to drive, but it was fun.
It was a nightmare to drive, but it was a lot of fun. I will give you that.
And I noticed I ran it last week at like Talladega. Used to you could predict when the car was going to get loose, right? You could feel it. Now it just it literally, you would do the same thing and it would just step out of nowhere. It was weird.
Yeah, and also how they updated the drafting model a little bit with it. And before, you could have 1 or 2 cars break away from a 10-car pack. Now, even the best firecracker guys cannot get away from the pack. You see some of the best open setup drivers in the NIS you just couldn't get away. Top split this year at Talladega was a total disaster from what I've heard from a lot of top split drivers. It was just so unbearably bad.
Right. Which, you know, it is what it is. I mean, tell you what else is what it is. Brandon has opened that gap to 2 seconds now with 8 to
And
go.
Matt has fallen back hard.
Yeah, he's fallen off the ship, if you will.
Which may leave Shane. Shane's only about 6 seconds back, and his lap times are way better than what Matt is driving right now. So,
Right. We will see. Yeah, I know what Brandon don't want right now. Is that beautiful, you know, that late race caution that we all know about. He does not want to see that.
Yeah, something dramatic's going to happen for us to see that late race caution, because I just don't see it.
What, like somebody throwing a shoe on the racetrack, you know?
Yeah, throwing a shoe, you know. Fortunately, we've never seen it in NASCAR, but I've been to a few short tracks where we've had deer in turn 3.
Oh, a dog. I had that at a local.
Wait, didn't they have to stop a NASCAR like was it? Maybe it was like the duels, or back then the Bud Shootout. It was like a turtle.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But looks like Brandon's up on lap traffic.
He's just got to be careful here and sneak his way by, and he does. And that
This could help him or hurt him.
You know, honestly, I think he's got enough of a gap that it's not going to bug him too badly now. Not with almost 2.5 second lead at the moment for Brandon. Entry right now. We got a car in the wall. It's Justin Poole. He'll grab a hold of it. It's not the words that our race leader wants to hear as a car in the wall right now.
Nope, definitely does not want to hear that crinkling sound you hear in your earbuds. So
hear that crinkle. As we are 5 to go this time by at Auto Club Speedway. Of course, we go short track racing on Monday back with the Gen 6 car.
Yes, we do. Well, Sunday we do our duels in the Xfinity, and instead of me being behind, I'm gonna hang the helmet up and I'm gonna throw the headset on, and I think I'm gonna broadcast that. I think I'm gonna broadcast that series.
So, back in the
until
booth
your Sundays clear up. But yeah, I'm gonna be back in the booth until I find something. But you know, the Xfinity series, which we call our Pro series, we run the Xfinity car. That we've got a lot of heavy hitters in that series. I've got about 10 guys that no one's seen yet because they're only here for, you know, Xfinity, that are over 6K I rating. Like, some of these guys are just, they're heavy. Yeah, you know, we've also got Rob Collier joining the mix, you know, Chad Goodensman, Travis Manning. You'll see, you know, Scott Mayhew, James Morris in Xfinity, along with Matt Steven, Terry Freer, Derek Miller, Robert Gass. Like, all of our Nexus stars. Matt Yost will be making them. Bryce Saucier is, well, one of my favorites probably to at least be, you know, make it to the Nexus and be in the playoffs. Well, not a playoff. We're doing a old chase style format, so.
Yeah, man, that's going to be fun. You know, I might have to go buy another computer and turn Kimmy loose in the broadcast booth for that one.
There we go.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just talk.
Just talk. One time I had a race so boring, I told people how to make ribs in an air fryer. It's fine, you know.
3 to go.
3 to go. Brandon J. Anderson, way out in front thanks to the lap traffic. I think Cole's playing it smart. He knows he's got a solid second. His teammate is behind him and in front of him. They're going to pull it in for a 1-2-3.
Yeah, they are. They're just on rails. This time by, we'll see 2 laps to go. Teammates 1, 2, 3 at the moment. In there as well. Trying, but not enough in the car at the moment. So coming to 2 to go here. All Anderson wants to see is the white flag next time by.
Yep, white flag ends it all. It's,
Yep.
we're either going to see checkers or wreckers after this white flag. So, but the cars are spread out. Unfortunately, 17 gridded tonight. A lot of us had way too much going on tonight. Hopefully we'll see a grid about 22, 23 show up for Vegas. We call this our Extreme Series because it's a very clicky car. Oh, what happened there? Let's find out.
Morris. Wow. Holy moly. Morris got in the fence. Around he goes. And as Brandon J. Anderson was literally coming to the line, the yellow flag flies. Well, what do you do now if you're Brandon J. Anderson?
You go down and get tires. If you don't,
I was not expecting that, sir.
Unfortunately, some of the cars that are trapped a lap down, their only options to stay out and get that wave around to finish on the lead lap, but they're not going to have anything for the end. So we'll have to just see what, we're coming down the backstretch or going down pit road. Looks
From
like
Anderson.
Yep, looks like everybody's going to make that decision to go get the tires.
Yeah, I don't think you can stay out there.
Yep. The only 3 cars staying out right now are the ones that are trapped a lap down. They're going to go get their laps back.
Coming down here, 3 to go. So to be green, white, checkered here. Boy. Anderson had his chickens counted, and then the yellow flag flies. Looks like he got in his box fine.
Yep. Give me just 1 second. I'm actually going to say something to the racers and get them kind of calmed down for this green, white checker.
Roll back out. No, 3 to go. Everybody will roll back out. So 3 laps to go as Morris will be your leader here. 31 lap old tires on the 18. Going to be interesting. Hope he's going to come down. Smart move there. Not being out in front of him. So coming to 2 to go this time. Bob, maybe lights are out. All right. Anderson getting ready.
Yep, here comes the wave around cars. So right now we've got some very hungry individuals.
Yes, sir.
Shane Gentry, semi-aggressive driver. He's going to try to do everything he can to get into that podium spot. Justin Poole, also a very talented driver, the number 23, or I think he's the 13, but
Out there, yeah, I believe so.
Yep, he's the 13. He's in the 23 paint scheme. I'll have to talk to him about that, but we're gonna have to see. Everybody's on fresh tires. It's gonna be no or go time, so we'll probably maybe see some carnage, or we might see him just go to the end. I guess we're gonna have to sit back.
My vote's gonna be on carnage.
Sit back, tilt that can.
Do it. So once again, green, white, checkered for the Nexus Extreme Series here on this Friday night, almost to Saturday. Don't know why. Anderson, Connor, Cole, and Shane, and then Justin Poole right there as well. Going to be green, white, checkered attempt number 1. Let's go. Can Anderson do it? This is going to get good. Good restart by Anderson.
Oh, it looks like we had one slow up on the restart. That did not help matters.
Nope, but they're going to be clearing away. 3 wide behind them. Pull to the bottom. Clear. Pull, move to 4th. Tight. Off of turn 2. Contact of 48.
Oh, there goes the 48. Can he save it?
Oh,
He's off the racing surface.
Drive it. Oh, there's a wall.
I'll have to go back and review that here in a little bit.
Anderson continuing to lead, looking for the white. Will he get there? Coming out of turn number 4. 1 lap to go in Auto Club. Anderson up front by 3/10 over Connor. Connor's going to have to drive the wheels off those good gears here if he's going to get there. I don't think he's got enough. Anderson right now, 3/10 gap. Big run coming, though, for Connor down the back straightaway. Anderson.
It's a little loose.
Oh, my gosh. Anderson, Connor, here we go. Look at this run Connor's going to get, SK. He's going to get a huge run. Crossover. Can he get there at the stripe? Here we go. He'll dig to the bottom on the apron, and Anderson blocked him just enough. Then he got there. Anderson gets the win. Connor second. How about that for a finish?
Great race. Awesome. I'm going to have to go back and look at what all happened between the 48 and the 26, so this ought to be fun. Exactly. But I'll do that probably later. But let's get some interviews going. Let me actually page the guys and
page them. Wow, holy cow, what a race. And oh man. We'll gather everybody up here for interviews. Moment. Wow.
all right, hopefully they get up into the waiting room.
Wait on them here. While we do that, we'll give some information out for our worldwide racing fans that we all love in iRacing. So in round 2 of qualifying for Bathurst right now, quick time on the board, 2:01.053. That is getting it around that place, SK.
Yes, it is. Those new Gen 3 cars, it is crazy. And joining us now, our 3rd place finisher,
Mr. Bushman.
Hey, how are you all?
How are you, man? What a run. P3. You was a little bit behind the top 2 there, but great job. Gained a ton of spots here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, no, the car was pretty good. It was pretty loose to start the run, and then it just got tighter as the run went on. The front tube made an adjustment on the pit stop that I probably should have made, but I kept it the same, and yeah, they just got me a little bit.
You know, if I look at this, SK, and you can comment on this as well as a driver too, Cole here has made his way from 15th down there, the lowest he was tonight, back up into 3rd. That's one heck of a drive.
Oh yeah, tire management. There was a lot of different tire strategies, and I he'll probably agree with me. That was probably what played a lot of it, is just, keeping that right front tire. I mean, How did you guys manage to keep that right front tire from just burning itself to death and making the car just so unbearably tight?
Yeah, I mean, half of it was like we I wouldn't even get back in the throttle until we were even on the straightaway. Like I waited forever to even get back in the throttle to try to save the right front tire as much as I could. I think that was the plan for all of us. So it worked out. So I'm glad to be at Auto Club and not Daytona. I feel better here than a super speedway, so I'll take it.
Don't
There
we
you
all?
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, a real racetrack, not, bumper cars and single
that's
file.
right. That's right.
Well, man, congratulations. Top 3 here tonight. A big run for you. I look forward to good things out of you at Las Vegas as well when we go out there in this series. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, buddy?
I just give a shout out to my teammates, Brandon and Connor. We worked on this setup, and it was pretty good. So shout out to them.
Say so. Well,
Oh,
again, go ahead.
Cole, one question for you, actually, before we send you off.
Sure, what's up, man?
What's it going to take for me to put a Dodge front end on that Ray Everham car?
Dude, if you make it, I'll drive it.
All right, I will literally have a Dodge front end on that car by the end by probably Monday.
That works for me. I'll do it.
Yes.
I've got the Dodge template, and I can just snag your paint off of my files, and I will erase that Ford. And nothing drives me nuts seeing that Ray Everham E19 on a Ford, even though that was his original thing. But nope,
Yeah,
nobody cares about Ford.
that's right.
We want to see the Dodges.
Yeah, now you make a Dodge, I'll drive it.
Dodge it. Well, Cole, again, we'll look forward to seeing you in a proper Dodge next week. And, man, great run here tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, let's get ready to talk to P2.
Connor Bushman.
Such
Or
a good
Connor
job.
Borish.
Well, Bushman did such a great job, and now Boris here. Connor, it's Matt and SK in the booth tonight. You got me?
I got you.
Well, Meg, you made one heck of a run down the back straightaway. You got the run out of turn 2. You closed the gap. You set up 3 and 4 perfectly for a big run, and just ran out of real estate to get by Brandon.
Honestly, I don't think I could have played 3 and 4 any worse, in my opinion. I probably should have drove it in a little deeper, tried to get to his quarter panel, and make him have to hold himself down the track, but I didn't do that and didn't win, so.
Yeah, you tried the crossover game, which I kind of disagree, man. I don't know that you could have got alongside and held him down. I think you made probably the best play you could have made there.
Yeah, well, I guess you just look back and think about what you can do differently.
Yes, sir, man. Well, how was the car all night long in general?
The car was pretty good. It was too tight through 3 and 4. My teammate there made an adjustment before the race, and it helped him a lot through 3 and 4. So that was the difference in speed there. But it was good to go to a real racetrack and have to save tires, do stuff like that.
Well, how big a momentum for you does it give you that you and your teammates were so quick here tonight as a group as we go to like a Las Vegas and stuff like that?
I think it's just a testament to the drivers that we are. We're good and we show it.
Alrighty, man. Well, SK, what do you got for him, buddy?
Oh, just absolute great driving. We saw you do so well at Daytona. That small 5-point penalty from the duels kind of set you back a little bit, but now you guys are sitting 1, 2, 3 in points. It's I talked to Cole about how much importance was that right front tire, and and I was talking about all broadcast as a driver in this car. It's just that right front tire is the most important thing. So, and tire saving. So, do you guys have a game plan for Vegas besides holding on as tight as you can, going from 200 to 140 in the corners?
Honestly, I don't know what the game plan for Vegas is. We'll get one when we go there and we test a little bit.
Alrighty, man. Well, bud, great run tonight. And again, just a little bit shy of the win, but keep it up. You'll get there, dude.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. It'll come.
Lost him up. Now I got everybody back again. But good job, buddy.
All right. You guys have a good one.
You
All
too,
right.
buddy. Thank you.
All right. And then there was one, SK, Mr. Brandon Anderson. Mr. Anderson, you got a copy, sir.
Got you loud and clear.
All righty. So talk me through the emotions. You're coming out of turn 40, you're coming to the white flag, and then the yellow flag flies. What went through your head at that moment?
Honestly, at that moment, I just wanted to turn myself out on the wall and back out. But decided to keep my cool and stay on there and see if we could still get the win.
Yes, sir, man. You didn't have any choice but to really go get tires there. You had your teammate all over you. What was the nerves like the last, 500 feet or so?
I just got really loose off two. I don't know why. I was half throttle off the corner and it just got sideways. And I just went to 3 and just I was to protect the bottom. I was better than him in 3 and 4 all race, so I was just gonna try to keep it down there and have him find a way around the outside or something. But yeah, it wasn't very much fun. But at least we got the win.
You got it. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, guess so.
SK, man, what do you got for Mr. Anderson?
Coming into the restart, I know tensions were high. You're thinking, man, I had this in the bag. But then the 26 had a major malfunction going on the restart, and it really checked up the field, and it allowed, your team, you, Cole, and Connor, just to walk away. What was that kind of like a sigh of relief in the rearview mirror, or did you even see that happening back there?
Honestly, this is the first I'm hearing about this. I didn't even see it. I was just trying to focus on getting through the gears as best as possible without spinning the tires, honestly. But
if it works, it works.
that was the plan.
Worked, that's for sure.
Yeah, got a good restart, luckily.
And anybody you want to give a shout out to, buddy?
Just Eric Umbrola and his team for providing great paint schemes for me to run every week, and my teammates Connor and Cole.
Oh man! Well, again, Brandon, congratulations! What a way to start your season here at Daytona and now tonight, man.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun to finally go to a real racetrack too and get a win.
Congratulations, man. We'll look forward to see you at Las Vegas.
All right, see you there.
All righty. Well, SK, that is going to bring Auto Club to a close now. We go to Vegas in a week.
Yep, the Doorstop Nation California 150 is officially in the books, and we can call it a night. So we're going to be back for the Sin City, race. We're heading to Vegas. It's going to be a night race as well, I believe. Might be a day race. I'll have to double check, but
And
regardless,
hopefully we won't be jinxed.
It's going to be evil.
Evil. Very evil, very nice.
No, it's just going to be evil. This is going to be evil.
I was doing it for the doorstop guys. Very evil, very nice. Who is that?
You know what? You've got me. My brain is fried at the moment.
Danhausen.
Oh, there we go.
It's going to be an evil housing. It's going to be a race housing. And I'm going to get copyrighted if I don't shut up. But great night of racing here tonight. SK, it was fun to have you up here, buddy.
Yes, absolutely. I would much rather been racing, but it happens.
Alrighty, everybody. We'll get ready to see you at Las Vegas housing. Thank you guys for coming out. Matt, SK in the booth. It is past my bedtime. Have a great night, everybody. SK, is always fun to have you up here, buddy.
Oh, absolutely. I enjoyed every minute of it.
All right. We'll see you guys later. See you at Las Vegas, folks. And clear. Hey, you know how to broadcast.